Dudes, we got to talk about the Silvergate thing because I know that I'm sure Dragos and Big will have some feedback on it too. But you guys know what's going on. Hopefully, in the chat
Yeah.
with Silvergate, it's like the biggest bank to fail in the U.S. since 2008. It's
you mean Silicon Valley Bank? You mean
Silicon Valley Bank? Apparently,
nice.
Harry
Banks are
and
failing now. Sweet.
yeah, well, apparently Harry and Meghan had almost all of their money in Silvergate. So there's some chatter right now on Twitter right now about them losing a vast fortune, and people are hilariously celebrating. And then you got this issue, yeah. And then you got this issue with here. I got to put this up on the screen too, so you guys can see this. USDT is now trending. So apparently, you know, these like stable coins, which are purportedly supposed to be stable, you know, into perpetuity, which, you know, is obviously not true because they're all goosed by the system, the matrix. Someone accidentally swapped over $2 million of some shit coin and received 5 cents USDT because they didn't set the slippage right. There's all kinds of shit falling apart with the crypto market right now. And
they swapped $2 million of USDC for 5 cents of USDT.
No, it's what was the shit coin that where is it again? Let me scroll back down, I'll find it. Oh shit, I lost it. Did it update the feed or something?
I think I have it on my last story.
It's where is it? No, it's not it. No, I lost it. They pulled it out of my feed for some. No, here it is. Swap 2 million. What's 3 CRV? That's some kind of shit coin, right?
No, that's a Curve stablecoin, I think.
I lost 2 million due to a bug on CyberSwap. I want to swap 2 million 3 Curve to USDT, which is another stable coin. And I set the slippage to 0.5. However, I received almost 0 USDT. The fact is your program has a bug causing me huge losses. Is there any insurance fund available? The guy lost $2 million and he's trying to claim. So that's his email, I guess. But where was the screenshot of the Ether scan? Anyway, dude apparently screwed up. So
you get a liquidity token when you deposit and the Curve liquidity pool. That's what he swapped. So it's supposed to be equal to $1.
Yeah. So you guys need to figure out what the hell you're doing when you're using crypto. Anyway, so USDC, which is the main stable coin that's tied into Silvergate, which should be locked or pegged to the US dollar, is now worth 91 cents. And I think I saw it drop down to 70 cents at 1.2. I saw this coming yesterday, and I swapped every USDC token that I have, except for a small amount which was locked up. So I got to wait till later on this afternoon. So maybe I'll get 91 cents on the dollar or whatever. But like I saw this coming yesterday, and I got out of all of my USDC.
You want to know something really funny? I had, like, each time one of these collapses happened, I had massive exposure to it just a few days before.
Yeah.
So when Celsius happened, I withdrew maybe 20, 30 days, I think, before. When Luna happened, I had just sold. When FTX happened, I had just withdrawn to my bank account. When this happened, I had just deposited my money into a Forex broker. And it's now in dollars, not in stablecoin.
Yeah. Stablecoin ain't always as stable as they purport it to be, obviously. And, there's your proof in the pudding, especially when there's shit going down and all of these financial institutions are tied into these stables. You guys got to pay attention to stuff, man. It's like there's lots of opportunities in this volatility to make lots of money, too. Yeah.
This is a fight between the U.S. government, basically the Democrats side, were backing FTX and Circle. And the counterpart is CZ. And
do you think CZ's laughing right now?
I think it's payback for them blocking BUSD through Paxos.
Could be.
Also, these banks have failed due to investments in normal financial instruments, so not crypto.
I guess I guess the upside to all this is it's going to push a lot of money out of stables, probably into Bitcoin, which seems to be holding the Bitcoin price reasonably stable for the time being. But I still think we're going to see the crypto market below 15,000 in the next little while.
I'm not sure it's going to happen now, though. I have a hunch it's going to happen maybe in October, November, because there were some entries of big players that don't usually make mistakes.
And those big players would be who?
Just some wallets some
whales you follow?
Yeah. This is like 100% the best way of making money.
Yeah, absolutely. Volatility.
They get alpha that you can't access. Silicon Valley Bank basically did it to themselves.
Yeah. There's just too much venture capital money chasing around. It's just too much free money. It's pretty much what it was, though, right? Yeah. And it's just like just putting money into just whatever shit company, and then
evaluations based on nothing, based on hopes and dreams and wants and wishes, but nothing really tangible.
House of Cards.
That's the beauty of tech. If you can get on that side.
And not just that.
We're not worth anything. Like, we have a $7 million valuation. It's like, we don't do anything. We haven't produced anything. I love working for companies like that.
But we have users. We have users.
Yeah. We have an idea.
It's not just that, but just the what's the word I'm looking for? Like the perks in these companies are astronomical. Like, there's just, they pay for all your meals. They pay for all, like the campus. They have these way overbloated, employee rosters. They're paying these people crazy amounts of money.
It's adult daycare. I've worked for those companies where it's really cool at first. Like, oh, they have this awesome chef, and they can do my laundry on site, and there's a gym on site, and they can wash my car, and they can clean my shoes, and they do everything here on campus. And then you realize I'm literally all day here. It's like I'm back in college. I live at this place because there's no reason for me to leave work now. So that
the other thing is,
just pay me more.
The other thing is that, like, sometimes they're just like, I just want to work. I don't want to play video games. Yeah. I don't want to play foosball. Like, I just want to work. Can I do that?
There is an argument for office culture, and I got heavily involved in this back in late 2000s up to about 2011, 12, so about 4 or 5 years. Like, I put a lot of money into office culture, and we had a lot of benefits. We had like a games room, we had a gym, we had like a car wash studio with a pressure washer, barbecue and shit. Like, we had a lot of cool stuff in our office, but we never went to like full like liberal, like full sort of retard, as they said.
An adult daycare, like the toy.
Basically, right. Where they have like these nap time sleep pods, sort of thing, and people don't really work, and all their meals are paid for, and like stuff like that. Like, on Fridays, I would bust out the spadooch tray and take out the lamb and season it, and I do like a lamb spadooch on lunch. I sort of walk around and pass out sticks to everybody, because that's my thing. Like, I like to do that, right? And people really appreciate it. But like the level of like adult daycare that they run in a lot of Silicon Valley companies, like, I don't know how the productivity rates even exist. Like, how the profit rates even exist if they spend all this time and money just doing this. And people get upset when they get laid off. Like, oh, I have to find a real job now, right?
But the thing is, Rich, the thing is, Rich, is that it's all bullshit, right? Like, I don't know about your company, but I know with a lot of these big Silicon Valley companies that have like 50,000 employees, like, when the rubber hits the road and interest rates go up, they lay off 10,000 people. So all their talk of like, oh, it's a culture, we're like we're a family, taking care of you, we're family, we're giving you all this free stuff, we care about you. No, because again, when interest rates go up slightly, they're still making money, all these companies, right? They're just laying off people because it's a liability on their balance sheet. They just want to improve their balance sheet, do stock buybacks, right?
That's something a lot of guys learn the hard way in their career, and that it's not a family when they get laid off. Like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And Josh Fluke does a lot of videos on his channel. You'll see on LinkedIn, like, oh, I'll miss my family, and I'll miss the extension of me and my everything. And it's like, okay, don't make your job your entire life. I love the remote first culture, because I'm usually pretty singular focused. When it's time to work, it's time to work. When I'm done, I'm done. I don't want to fuck around anymore. I don't want to sit around and do powwows and hoorahs and and sing lullabies and merry-go-round songs. I don't like doing
You can go
stuff.
too
Just
far.
let me do my
You
work,
can
and then I'm done.
100% go way too far. I'll even say
Yeah.
like where I went, I probably went a little bit too far, but Silicon Valley takes it up to the next level. Speaking of Silicon Valley and Silicon Valley Bank, here's that article I was telling you about earlier.
segue.
Gonzalo Lira just tweeted this out. He goes, "Please God, please let this be true." And the caption is, "Breaking: Harry and Meghan stand to lose millions in the collapse of SVB Bank. Sources tell ISN the couple set up an account following the advice of friends in Silicon Valley. This is a major blow. They had all of Harry's money in there. All of his money is.
This is unbelievable
for him.
Yeah, but
oh, wait! Can you smell that? Smells like divorce is coming for him.
Oh, he has no house. He has no house in London, so I don't know where he's going to live now. Right?
Well, I'm sure the royal family will take him back in. I mean, they're not going to let him.
Is he going to get paparazzi'd like another prominent member of the royal family some years ago?
Who knows?
Guys, there's speculation about that, but just leave it at that.
Silicon Valley Bank didn't go bankrupt because of VCs. They went bankrupt because they bought treasuries. Right, so when you deposit your funds with a bank, they eventually have to do something with that money. They don't just hold it, so they put it into treasuries, and as the money rate went up, the value of the treasuries went down. So when they had to liquidate because people wanted their money back, they did so at a discount, and they couldn't take the loss.
Basically, there was a run on the bank, though, and keep in mind, this all just happened less than 24 hours ago. So I'm not quite caught up to speed on this, but from what I understand, like they were the bank for a lot of the Silicon Valley companies. Like I'm just reading right now, like I know Roku, the streaming company Roku had 25% of their cash in SVB, and it's not insured, so. Like, they say there's not going to be much contagion, but I mean, when you have a company like Roku, and who knows what other companies had all their cash in this bank, and then it just goes bust.
And what you have to understand is that most of these banks cannot put their money into other assets except bonds. They aren't allowed. So the only place that they can get exposure is against the government and the US dollar. And when they increase the rates, they decrease the value of these bonds. And basically they need to sell them at a loss. So this was 100% classic financial system issue.
You'll see the fallout of this next week.
Yeah,
it
I
really
think they
hasn't
get
hit the
bailed
markets
out.
yet because most of the markets have been closed.
Yeah, I think they get bailed out.
You think so?
Yeah, in some way. Maybe
Wouldn't
Too
be
big to fail,
surprised.
maybe?
Money printer go burr.
Yeah, something. I don't know what, because they probably need
Rev it
to
up.
hide it in some way, right? Because they don't want it to be like, hey, we're bailing out a bank.
But even then, the shock to the confidence of the system is the damage has been done already, right? Even if they are bailed out, right?
There's just like, except the classical dollar, one place where you can put your money and not be scared that you might lose it is Bitcoin, maybe Ethereum in these volatile moments.
Yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full-length podcast, you can find that over here, that clip's from. If you're newer to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe over here and pin down below in the top comment. You'll find a bunch of useful links to my website, my supplement line, books, and a bunch of other stuff. Have an amazing day. Peace out.